Today we're in a ghost town in central Alabama. This riverbed is loaded with relics and history from well over a century ago. You never know what's on the bottom. Today we're going to be searching for valuable antique bottles, as some here in the state of Alabama can be worth thousands of dollars. Let's go see what we can find. So I just snagged this piece from the bottom. I'm not sure what it was. It says something about a household. And then I look right here in front of me and you can see that amber bottom. And it's going to be small. I have a feeling it's going to be something newer. But let's find out real quick together. Today I've got a bag. I forgot my backpack hanging from my neck. Oh, look at that. Cute. Look at that top on that. That looks old.
That's adorable.
It says something on the bottom. We've got the whole family with us. Is it cold, Addie?
Yes, very.
It's like the mountain water in Tennessee.
It says UOB. It looks like it's got a number on it. Something 16, C16.
That pretty glass.
Oh, that is pretty. So there again, I'll have to do a little bit of research and see. I mean, the seam looks like it may go up to about right here. Doesn't seem to go any higher than that. So I don't know. It's definitely a mini whiskey though. Got my bottle extractor coming to help me get this bottle right here. Do you see it, Addie? Can you get it for me?
Oh, that's cold.
It's cold. That's kind of a neat looking little bottle.
It's silk.
Doesn't have any embossing on it, but it is a screw top. That's going to be probably 1930s or 40s. So, I mean, we're still 80 or 90 years old. We can't complain with that. We're in a pretty good stretch right here, though. So we're going to keep walking for a minute and see what else will come up here. She's got a duck stick, or a duck head stick.
Yeah, duck head stick.
Looks just like one. And she just dove down and found some kind of a dive light.
Like a diving light.
Huh, that's pretty cool.
Someone lost the shoe.
Miranda's got some goggles on over there. She's looking in the deeper pockets where the faster current is. Somebody's shoe. I saw a water shoe over there too, probably from a kayaker. Meanwhile, I'm playing chicken and I'm standing on the bar. Look over here. Right here. Give you a good idea of the age stuff that we're looking at. Would be a nice amber whiskey top cork. Pre-prohibition, which would be before 1920. So we're definitely in the right area. So Miranda called me over here. She has spotted a marble, and yep, it's sticking out right there. That's plain as day. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful purple swirl on the white part, which is kind of different. Usually it's the other way around. Take it over here and wash it off real quick where you guys can get a better look at it. Oh man, that thing is beautiful. That might be the best looking marble we found this year, honestly. My camera will focus. There we go. Yeah, that's super nice. We'll take that all day long for sure. Come here and see if you see it, Addie.
Run!
We got to get her creek vision.
See it?
Yeah, do you see it? Look close.
I can't see it.
Can you give you a hint? It's blue and white.
That's a piece, but that's not the one Mama was talking about.
Oh, on to that one.
Yeah, we'll
Do you
take
see
that
the
one.
other one?
Don't. Ooh, I found it.
Isn't it pretty?
Pick it up where everybody can see it.
This is so cute. It looks like a little house and a tree and some grass.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is.
That's awesome. So we saw a few footprints when we first got here this morning, and I was a little bit discouraged that we weren't going to find anything, but we've been finding stuff. Most of it's been small, so I'm going to turn around. Look right here. I can see an amber piece. It's probably going to be a screw top, something. Nope, not a screw top. Oh, it is embossed. Look at that. Dr. H.S. Thatcher's liver pills, Chattanooga. And look, the cork is still in it. That's one of my favorite things about the creeks is it does preserve the corks in these bottles a lot of times. So that's really cool. Are the pills in it still? That would be a negative. Sorry to blind you guys. So the pills are gone. Somebody just must have placed the cork back in it or pushed it down in there and it floated back to the top. But that's a fantastic little find. I don't know that I've ever found one of these in a river. You just never know what's out here, guys. This is going to be probably circa 1910 to about 1920, so well over a century old. Brandy's got her marble eyes on today. I thought it was a shell.
It might still be one. I don't know.
No, that's a marble. I can tell by looking at it.
I think that's a... Dang it.
Yep.
Ooh! Oh, it's got a little chip in it.
Little
Not
bit
bad, but that's pretty.
So it got some great color to it.
I've never seen one of those colors.
Yeah, that's some great color on that one. Yeah, a little bitty chip on the top side.
Beautiful though for my dark.
Oh,
hair.
look.
Another big one.
Oh, that one
That's
says something.
cool. What's it say?
Malay.
Yeah, marmalade is what that
Marmalade.
was.
Oh, you know what that is? What marmalade is?
No.
That's jelly. No. Don't skip that.
Y'all saw that, but we found it.
She's skipping rocks
So,
up here.
yeah, we've been doing skipping rock lessons if you guys can't tell. Yeah, there you go. Skip a actual rock. Yesterday, I checked a bottle off of my bucket list that absolutely blows my mind. Believe it or not, we do dig without the camera. Been doing that actually a pretty good bit lately. But I was able to snag a clip of this bucket list item. I couldn't help myself. Check this out. So I am digging in a new spot right now, and I just uncovered something right here in front of me that I've been searching for a very long time. And if you see smoke in the frame, it's just from my thermocell up there. We're trying to keep the mosquitoes off of us. Look right here. Look at that. I just got finally one of these daggum poison skull and crossbones that I have been looking for forever. Look at how beautiful that is. So excited about that, guys. Man, I have been wanting one. I've watched Clayton and Tristan and everybody dig them around me. Guess it was finally my turn. Heck yeah, let's keep going. So needless to say, I was pretty excited to find that skull and crossbones poison bottle. That was not anticipated, but after 10 years, I guess I was bound to run across one eventually in that cobalt small size that looks like a bromo seltzer. That is the one that I've been after for a very long time. While we're talking about stuff that happened in the past, last week Miranda found that dog tag on the bank. If you missed that clip, here it is. We got some info for you guys about this soldier and who he was. Oh, it is. Look at that. That'll be cool. I bet you that was from somebody swimming that lost that.
William Boone.
After Miranda found the dog tag, we asked you guys, the audience, to help us to either locate the family or the soldier himself so we could return the dog tag. What we didn't realize is the dog tag was actually from World War II. One of our subscribers over on Facebook reached out, Eliza, and she was able to provide us some really interesting info on this soldier. He was born in August of 1925 and would have been 100 years old. He was 6 foot tall, African American, and weighed 145 pounds. But probably the most interesting thing that she found out was he was a coal miner. As mentioned, we are in a coal mining ghost town. So this makes this a complete story, and we are in the middle of tracking his family down right now to return these dog tags thanks to Eliza. Addie just pulled a cream jar from the bottom. Hers has got some, I think it's just designs. Yep, it's just got some fancy designs on it.
Pretty Noonie. Add to your collection.
Let's look on the bottom and see. Look, it does say something down there. You don't have your glasses on, do you?
Woodbury.
Yep, Woodbury. All right.
B-U-R-Y.
Okay, that's awesome.
Don't skip that.
She's like, oh, this will go in my pocket. She started her a little cream jar, Lord, I can't talk, collection. So we've been keeping these for her.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
We got a jar right here. All of a sudden, we walked the stretch earlier. We're walking back just slower. We're starting to see a lot of stuff. Oh, it's broken.
Aw, man.
That would have been beautiful. It was just a Noxzema, but still. Got great color to it. We'll definitely carry it out. I don't know what it is. Sometimes the bottles here will like leach themselves to the side of the glass, and it's almost like a snail. But I don't know what holds it on there, but it'll stick to it pretty good. Miranda just snagged a hand to a doll right there.
It's like a glove.
It's got Victorian style to it. You can tell with that glove on it. That's pretty neat. And a nice little piece of jadeite as well. We always find doll arms and stuff, that's for sure.
Always right here, too.
Yeah, it seems like we find quite a bit right in this little bitty stretch right here. So I'm not sure if you guys are gonna be able to see him or not, but there's a fish right there, dead center of the screen. He's a little algae eater. Oh, there he goes, he's moving along. And Alabama is incredible when it comes to biodiversity in these rivers. That's why it's so sad to see so much litter. We see these algae eaters all the time though, scooting across the bottom. They're doing their job. Look how clear it is down there right now. And it's crystal clear for us. Too bad we didn't do our part by keeping it cleaner. It's amazing having the little one with us today. It makes me walk a lot slower, and I'm picking up a lot more stuff than what I normally would from the bottom just based off of color. And I'm starting to find a ton of glass buttons in here, which is kind of neat. We're also just racking up on the beautiful pieces of blue pottery for Miranda's jewelry business. So again, it's always a blast. The girls are up there in front of me though, and Addie comes by it naturally. She is definitely adventurous like the rest of us. We have dropped my daughter off with the grandparents for this trek of the mission because it's a little bit deeper over here and a lot more snaky. Got our first sign on this new stretch of the creek that there could be something amazing here, because that is a Jack Daniels neck right there. Look at that. See the swirl on it? Wow, that would have been killer. Would have been out of Lynchburg, Tennessee, and that would have been a phenomenal find. Sadly, these are incredibly thin on the sides and they very rarely survive the creeks. You guys may recognize this stretch of the creek from when we were with Kyle a couple months back in the kayaks with the boat that's flipped over down there. However, we've had some significant rain since then, so that's why we're walking this stretch. Yeah, so I thought I had a flashlight. That's not a flashlight. Somebody was here for a river pleasure instead of river treasure once again. Sadly, that is definitely not the first one of those we just found in the river. Let's see what this is, though. Maybe this is something better. Ah, bottom to a ketchup. I'm not so sure that that's any better. It's harder while wearing waders to spot freshwater springs coming out of the banks, but I spotted this one over here. When you're wearing waders, you can't feel the temperature difference. But right here, you can see the water literally just running out of the bank. And from this point downstream will actually probably be much, much cooler, which is interesting. You see anything over there, baby? Not yet. Slow start other than the Jack Daniels neck on this stretch, but it should get better as we go. Just pulled this guy from the bottom. You can see that it says Birmingham, Alabama right there. The embossing is all but gone. All you can see is the bottom of an R right there, and on the bottom you can see RO. That would have stood for Raiola. And with this being a shoulder script version, this is probably going to be deco period or late teens. So either late 19 teens to probably early 1920s. Look at that beautiful piece right here. Miranda's going to be able to do some amazing jewelry out of that one right there, and the crazing spectacular. But take a look right here. First cell phone for this creek adventure. See right here. Oh, it's got an otter box on it, but it looks like it failed. That one's been in there for a minute, guys. I don't think that one's going back to the owner, but I'll take it out and see if it'll clean up at all. Who knows? Miranda just uncovered a little screw top over here. Laid it on the side. Look at that. Kind of looks like the Eiffel Tower, doesn't it? I don't know. I guess that could have been a vanilla extract, or it could have been a perfume. I have no clue, honestly. All it says on the bottom is 55D. If you guys know what it is, let us know in the comments below. Looks like we may have a bottle right here. It looks pretty long, so I don't think it's going to be old. Ah, it's broken too. RC Cola. Randy got one of those earlier too. So that is not quite as old as what we're looking for. Though we've got a nice little stretch right here that we're about to walk across that I have already seen a couple of good pieces on. So I know we've got potential here. So here's some of that old I was just talking about. Right here. That would have been probably really similar to the jug that I found just a few weeks back. So we know that we're at least over a century old with that. Then if you look right here, I don't know what this milk glass piece would have been. Maybe that was the base to it. Maybe it could have been a lantern piece. I don't know. There's a nice big thick piece of blue right there that might be too hard for you to make jewelry out of. I don't know. It's pretty though, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Looks like this would have been the top to one of those nice crockery jars. And there is a lot of stuff just right here. Oh, what do you got? Oh, I didn't even see that. There's a med laying right here that Brandon just pointed to. Nice cork top. Right on the surface. No embossing, sadly. That's crazy how this stuff just washes up onto these bars or out of the bars. Miranda just picked this up, and no, it's not a perfectly round rock. What this is this is a drill core from the mines. And like I said before, this was an old town that was based around a coal mine. To blast out, they would drill these size holes, and they would insert dynamite and blast away to remove layer by layer until they got to the coal seams that they wanted. So again, these rock bars just tell the story of the towns and the people that lived here through the centuries. Looks like we got a fishing lure down here. Let's see if it's got a hook in it. Yep. Definitely don't want to leave that guy behind for a kayaker or somebody swimming the stand on. I wonder if a big fish got it or if it got hung. I always like to imagine these things end up with some large fish swimming through here. Walking this bank line though, right here, there's been a lot of collapse. You can see right there where the sides fell out. So we got to really pay attention to these banks whenever this erosion takes place, because that's where the good stuff rolls out. I just snagged this cream jar from the bottom. This one's a little different than most. If you look, it's got like a screw top / press top up here, but look, the bottom right here even has a screw top, so it's almost like it was stackable. I wonder if it came in a set and each one locked on top of each other and made a longer shaft of cream jars. I'm honestly not sure. Like I said, never seen one of these. It does have something stamped down here, and looks like it's got patents pending, and that's all it says, but pretty cool little find. We'll take it. Got a bottle right here. I can't tell if it's going to be old or new, so let's just work on it together and find out. It's short. Oh, it's going to be more modern. It was an old medicine from probably the 1930s or 40s with the measurement marks on it. Being screw top doesn't mean that these will not be embossed though. I have been able to find one of these that's from a local town called Fairfield that was a screw top. So you never know. Always pick them up and at the very least flip them over and make sure they're not from a rare town. Looks like we've got another med right here right next to the tire. This was a little shorter. Still not embossed though. We're finding the cork tops, but I would much rather them be embossed than slick. Beggars can't be choosers though, so we'll take it, get out of the water. Alrighty, it's quiz time. How many of you know what this piece of history is? If you're younger than I would say 40 years old, you may have a hard time knowing what it is. So I'll be curious to see how many of you chime in the comments below. Miranda says she has something cool over here. She thinks, is it? Oh, she thinks the bottom's gone. Oh, I see it. Whatever one right there. It is gone, but it is embossed. I know what it is, so don't feel terrible. Just a winter's miss. But it's definitely time period.
Man.
It's probably late 20s based off the top that's on it. So we're still on the glass. And it's another broken piece out of the water that people don't have to worry about in the future, but it has been a little sparse on this stretch compared to what I thought it would be. We just had a rainstorm blow through. As a matter of fact, you might hear some of the thunder in the background. And I went back and I dropped Miranda off. I'm going to be heading back to the river, and instead of searching in the water, I'm going to be searching the shallows and the rock bars with my Garrett VX9. These mining towns have hundreds of years of trash lining the bottom. It is a very difficult scenario to metal detect, but I have been able to pick out really cool stuff like miner's tags, pocket watches, stuff like that, harmonica reeds, and that's always fun for me to find those relics that are related to the coal mines that were once here. So again, if you're ever interested in a Garrett VX9, keep in mind that I do sell through History Seekers, and I've got links that I can provide for you. So always hit me up in my email at adventurearchaeology@gmail.com. I'll happily send you guys a link, and you'll probably even get some savings on there that you may not know about. With that being said, keep in mind too, the VX5 and the VX7 models are now available, so there are 3 tiers to this machine, and you can buy those through me or my good buddy Heath over at History Seekers. So if you enjoyed today's video, we sure do appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and we'll see you guys in next week's video where you'll see some of this footage. We'll see you guys then.